Good day, YouTube. Update for this week so far. Did go see the hematologist Thursday, and had a pretty good chat about different things. And one of them is liver biopsy. So he just seems not to be entirely convinced there's just one illness. The hemochromatosis is there, but he wants to do a biopsy. So we're going to go ahead and get scheduled up for that. Have to go inland, and don't know when. Hospital call. So we got that done, and like I said, it was a good appointment. And Friday morning, I had my virtual med check with my old PCP, who I'm just using right now for the moment until I can get my pain medications changed over and get them flowing through my new PCP. So anyways, they called and they're like yada yada. I didn't give them very much information at all. And I did say something about, the liver biopsy, and they perked up, we want to know about that. And is he thinking maybe you've been misdiagnosed? And I'm like, I don't know what he's thinking, but he's thinking I need a liver biopsy. And me and the wife decided right there, yeah, let's just go ahead and get that scheduled. And she always asked about the peritonitis and the ascites, which is kind of funny. I had to fight her for 2 months to try to get help with pain management, and they were totally against it. And depending on, how often you watch these, you can go back. At one point in time, they're telling me just to learn how to meditate. But so since my medications have been straightened out, I haven't needed a peritonitis. There's no ascites buildup. So they act like it's the feeling I get. They act like it's something they did. Yeah, you did do something, all right. You caused this to happen. But so she's like, well, you shouldn't be in as much pain, and I'm just like, so I already know where they're going. They're trying to get me cut down. I'm just gonna have to keep fighting, to get what I need. But I'm like, no, let me explain. Do you know anything about iron loading and hemochromatosis? And they don't know crap, And I'm just like yada yada, and she asked me a couple of times about meds. I just blew her off. Nope, they're all fine and perfect and dandy. And, in the end, she's like, well, we'll go ahead and refill your oxy as normal. It's like, it has never been normal. You've made me fight for months, for each one, Maybe fight to the point where I'll have to drive 3 hours to a hospital and beg for 20 in the ER, Come on. There's nothing normal about that. So that's where Thursday and Friday went. We're like, yeah, whatever. That week was done. So, still got to get my phlebotomies. So I got an order written on that for Thursday. My order ran out. So I'll go today. I guess I'll have to go tomorrow, but I have to go today up to the lab here in town and take my pest test. And got to do that once a month now. And get that done. I'm going to try to get my labs done up here tomorrow, which would be great. Because if I can get my labs done up here, in which they are open, but it's hit and miss. But I called just now to check, but they are open. So if I can get the ferritin and the hematocrit spun up here, if the number ain't right, then I don't have to do anything. I can't do anything. We don't have to bother, drive to California and, yada, yada. But hopefully the numbers will be right, where I can give some blood. And, and just take it from there. We're going to try to get the phlebotomies done up here as well. So the new PCP, he talked about that when I saw him here a couple weeks ago. And he said I can do one day shopping up here and that shouldn't be an issue. Which would just be great and handy. I mean, everything is, at the most 10 minutes away. That's if there's a lot of terrorists on Main Street out here. But, so that's kind of where we're at. At least get the PET test done today. Find out if we're going to, get the blood test up here or run down to California tonight. I don't know. But I can get it up here tomorrow. So that's the plan. And other than that, really crappy weekend. All the way around with everything. Just everything, Hurting, the legs hurt, pain. Stupid arguments at home, and it just was a crappy weekend. Now I get up, it's raining today. Here we are raining, Poor guys inland, they're banging 105 degrees and we're raining. But, some days are bad, some days are good, and just wasn't a good weekend for anything, basically, really. The leg pain, it comes and goes, but sometimes it's pretty bad, and, I get some joint pain as well. My hips, my knees, and nothing, I can really do about it. Take some pain, medication, and hope it works. Most of the time it's working good enough to tolerate, what's going on. But don't really have a whole lot more to say. Like I said, just a crappy weekend, all the way around, everything. And it's just the way it went, We couldn't even talk to each other, basically, and hope for a better day today. See how it goes, but I'll keep you updated. I really don't think there's anything else to yabber about. Waiting on the hospital. We'll see what the biopsy brings. And he did kind of hint about maybe, something's missed, and it just doesn't seem right to him. We had our list to talk to him about, the hematologist anyways, that was on the list to cover that. But he sort of kind of beat us to it, and he's like, I really wanted to talk to you guys. I think you really need to go get a biopsy. Because I think there's something else that might be going on here. Because with just straight hemochromatosis, people live with this. But when it goes south, it just goes south. So we're not 100% sure, if it's just that running south on me, or, if it's something else as well, doubling up, team tagging me. And this will help, that'll help determine it. And gonna keep him. I think I said something about wasn't sure what the dealio was, and basically he's just a number reader and keeping track of me, and I don't even have to see him for 6 more months. I'm sure I'll be in contact after the biopsy for sure, at least over the phone. And other than that, once my ferritin level comes down, I'm sure I'll talk to at least his nurse, because they'll stop me when I get down to 30. And no telling how long that'll take. I didn't even get to have one last week. I don't think I had phlebotomy last week. So there's no telling. I was at 108 last week, which is down from 1980. So, it is dropping off, and it is in the normal range, but the normal range works different for people who do test positive for this gene mutation. And so they need to operate at a much lower iron load than what normal people need to operate at. And I didn't understand that at first. I'm like, well, heck, I'm dead center in the normal range, and nothing seems to be going on. Well, so I could stay down at 30 for another 8 months, and just keep it at 30 and still have all this pain. It's how the liver does this, and how the liver, does that, and still basically no diet, and just whatever, I can eat, and just watch my sodium, basically, get some protein. That's just basic human, consumption of food, and so I don't worry about it too much. I know my sodium intake's low anyways to begin with, but and then I'll see the new doctor the end of this month, August. So that'll give him time to go over all my records from the GI and everything from my old primary care physician and everything from the hematologist and everything from the pain specialist. And so he'll have time to dig through and come up with some sort of a game plan as well. But see where that goes. This is going to be going on week 6 of noositis build up. And that's been pretty nice. There's still pain in the whole abdomen area, but not like it was, when I was getting drained every 7 days and hurting bad by then, I've touched on it before. Sometimes it's just day 6 and I'm just begging for day 7 because I know I can, at least get popped like a old balloon. And so that's been really nice not having that done. And the hematologist was really surprised. And he asked, well, what's changed, So we told him. And did not say, we fired the other doctor, but, we give him enough information and he just said, oh, I get it now. And, once he did get it, he saw, what happened and how we changed the medication and and whatnot. I'm not sure if I talked to you last week about another medication that doesn't seem right, and I have changed it some on my own, which is not normal for me, but the way they're prescribing it is nothing like it's supposed to be. I think I might have covered it, and my blood pressure's staying the same, but I'm going by how UC Davis and the Mayo Clinic suggest this be subscribed to your patients, and how to do it. And it's just like not even close. Not even close. And so I've been keeping track. My blood pressure stays the same. Supposedly this was for my blood pressure, which I've never needed before. And I think some of this stuff just got left over from when I was in ICU. So when I was in ICU and I was tanking hard, they were cramming crap in me. And I probably only needed it for a few days to straighten levels out, because they did let me out of ICU, And so I think some got left over. And this medication that I'm not sure about now, it is a doctor from ICU that he's on the script for that, But it's like no one took me off. And they're just still not catching it. And so that'll bring that up with the new one, my new doctor, when I see him. And the old doctor, they just don't know they're fired yet. And pretty much like I said, I'm just going to use them, until I can get the pain medication switched over and get that worked out. And he's not against it, but, he doesn't just hand them out either, which is good, but it makes it hard for people who need it, But I guess that's about it. Won't make you go a half hour this time. And I'll check up later in the week, see what happens with the phlebotomy and the testing, and see how much aggravation I have. And other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and jump out of here. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll update you soon. Peace out, man.